This is HR Hidden Ranger streaming with another reaction, and this one is Avengers Infinity War. I am excited. Like, people have been looking forward to this trailer for quite a while. Like, it kind of feels like it's overdue, but, glad it's here. I'm, I was definitely blown away by the previous one, and, been a huge fan of the Marvel Cinematic Universe so far, so I'm definitely curious to see where this goes from here. And considering the way Infinity War ended, um, I have kind of deliberately like held off from doing any kind of speculating on how this and how it could continue and what how it could resolve, because there's so many ways that they could do it. Some of them obvious, some of them not. So I just kind of feel like I want to be along for the ride. I'm like, okay, though, that was definitely a cliffhanger. Let's see where they go from here. And I definitely hope that there continue to be some repercussions from the way Infinity War ended. But yeah, so these are things that I'm excited about, and I have no idea what to expect from this trailer. So I am let's get on to this because I am excited. Like you can probably tell. Okay, this is Marvel's Avengers Endgame. Ooh.
Staying on? Hey, Miss Ponce. If you find this recording, don't feel bad about this. Part of the journey is the end. Just for the record, being adrift in space with zero promise of rescue is more fun than it sounds. Food and water ran out 4 days ago.
Damn.
Oxygen will run out tomorrow morning. That'll be it. When I drift off, I will dream about you. It's always you.
That was morbid.
Thanos did exactly what he said he was going to do. He wiped out 50% of all living creatures.
We lost, all of us. We lost friends, we lost family. We lost a part of ourselves.
Holy shit!
This is the fight of our lives.
This is going to work, Steve.
I know it is. Because I don't know what I'm going to do if it doesn't.
Hi, is anyone home? This is Scott Lang. We met a few years ago at the airport in Germany. Got really big.
Is this an old message?
Ant-Man, I know you know that.
It's the front door.
That's me. Can you buzz me in?
Okay. Neat. Okay. That's interesting. So we knew that, well, at least, or anybody watching Ant-Man and the Wasp, the end of it, and that movie should be far enough past that this doesn't constitute a huge spoiler, but like in Ant-Man and the Wasp, that the events of that movie caught up with Infinity War, and then we found out that while Lang was stuck in the negative zone, or no, not negative zone, the quantum realm, aka the microverse, aka subatomica, aka that one gas station on the corner of like Fifth and Strawberry. I'm kidding. Um, yeah. So like we knew that he'd managed to survive that event by simply not being there. Wait, actually, as I'm saying this, I suddenly have a thought. Like, when Thanos snapped his fingers and exterminated 50% of all life in the universe, does that include alternate realities? Or, like, subatomic dimensions, stuff like that? Like, was that place actually safe? Or is it just that, like, was it just that Lang was one of the people who was going to survive no matter what? Because he just happened to be not amongst the 50% who were dusted. That's an interesting thought. That hadn't occurred to me before. That's interesting. Um, but regardless, I do like the note that ended out on um, because like the rest of the trailer was like very was about people reeling, was about like people about to give up hope or about to like embark on this one last desperate mission because they don't know what's going to happen if they don't do it. That kind of thing. And and then it ends on a somewhat comedic note of Scott Lang being, "Hey, can you buzz me in? Yeah, do you remember me? Yeah, we met at the airport years ago. It was in Germany." That kind of thing, and I like that. It's not, because like everything up until then that we saw in the teaser, that basically could have been the epilogue to Infinity War, and just been like, okay, we're despondent now. What so so this way it's not is like I'm sure people will be upset that it's like a sudden shift in tone, but one, this isn't like that out of the ordinary for Marvel movies, considering they do like to have comedic tones next to serious and somber tones. Like they do that a lot. For better or worse. But in this case, it's like, here's a way they could go from here. Like, this is a kind of like, this is a bit of this is like a desperately needed bit of optimism, I think. It's like, oh, here's something we didn't think of. Here's somebody else who can actually help that we didn't actually expect to still be alive. In fact, early on in the teaser, there was a Scott Lang's face on the screen. He was listed as one of the missing because nobody had heard about him since the event. And the only people who knew that he was in the subatomic realm were also dusted. So that's interesting. But yeah, yeah, I do like that twist. That like or at least I do like what they're implying, that Scott's reappearance is going to be going to be kind of a kick in the butt of like, okay, okay, what can we do from here? Um, but let's see, other things that other things in the trailer. Um,
Food and water ran out 4 days ago. Oxygen will run out tomorrow morning.
okay, so looks like he's in. I think it's the. I think he's in the what you call it, the Milano, the Guardians of the Galaxy spaceship, and like he's the only one. He seems to be the only one there. Now, Doctor Strange survived two. I would have expected Strange to portal the both of them, and I can't remember who else had survived the dusting event, but like I don't know. So I guess something in universe or like something during the course of the movie happens that causes Stark to need to go out to like take a ship out into space, and then just kind of things go wrong from there, and like this is the same guy who built a cave or who built an arc reactor in a cave with a box of scraps, so to speak, and like I guess he like either he's like fix the systems as much as he needs to do, or as much as he possibly can, and he's still gotten nowhere because like building and maintaining spaceships with unfamiliar alien technology might not be something he's used to doing. Like he is a master of his own domain with Stark technology, but who knows if if the Milano's technology is compatible? But I don't know. It doesn't feel like it'd be outside of his realm of expertise. So I don't know. Also, his the first shot in the teaser is of his helmet, and it's that nanotech thing that's still badly damaged from when he fought Thanos. That's interesting. And so I guess he's all out of juice. Like, has he not what does he do with the? Okay, that's another question. What does he do with his like nanotech armor? After he's done using it, or it's like when he's done using it, or it's too damaged to continue. What does he do with it? Like, does he just like I would have figured he could return the component nanotech back into his chest piece. But I don't know. I don't know what this and also considering this is nanotech, maybe he could repurpose it toward fixing the ship. I don't know. Like, that's a possibility that would occur to me. Maybe there's something in the story that prevents that from being the case. Who knows? But that's interesting. Let's see. I do like that his message is, of course, to Pepper, as kind of a callback to Iron Man 3 when he did the same thing. He had a message waiting for Pepper in one of his in one of the Iron Man helmets. Let's see. What else? Not entirely sure who that is. It's
50% of all living creatures.
Steve and Nat and Bruce. What? Okay, I just noticed this. One of the pictures is Shuri? I'm trying to remember, did she actually... Was she dusted? I can't remember. I don't recall. I figured she would have been dusted. I figured she would have survived. Why is her picture there? Is she just on the list of people who haven't been confirmed dusted, but whose whereabouts are otherwise not accounted for? I don't know. I don't know how to feel about that. I love Shuri. She's great. What else? There's him back in his hoodie and
Lost. All of us.
there's Gamora.
We lost friends.
And think that might be Gamora comforting Steve, judging by the buckle on his shoulder. Oh, this was the part that really like astounded me. Like I'd heard rumors about this, but then to see it in live action, okay, this is this is a comic book character called the Ronin. This was an alternate sort of identity for Hawkeye. He was masquerading around as this once he returned. Uh, Long story, to the land of the living in the comics.
We lost a part of ourselves.
And here it is. Sorry, I'm suddenly blanking. Jeremy Renner's Clint Barton as Ronin, so he's no longer Hawkeye in this. Like, and it looks like he's become this urban crime-fighting vigilante. Wow, basically doing the kind of thing you'd expect to see Daredevil doing.
This is the fight of our lives.
Wait, whoa, 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 whoa. I guess he got. That's his Civil War. Or no, his Winter Soldier outfit, the Black Ops thing. So I guess it makes sense that he would drag that out of retirement, because it might be in the Avengers compound sort of closet, because he'd been running around post Civil War with the same raggedy old Captain America costume that was all like faded and dirty and missing a star. So now he's got this again, and I'm guessing he's in too much of a somber mood to dress like regular Cap. I mean, I wouldn't necessarily blame him. What else? Yeah, there's a lot made of Natasha and Steve being palling around, hanging out together, which makes sense. These two have been confidants for years, and probably even. Oh, sorry. You might be hearing jet engines in the background. That's a nearby airport or Air Force base sort of thing. But yeah, a lot's been made out of this. These two have a well established friendship in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and it's nice to see those two continuing to have a lot of scenes together. One thing that I was disappointed by in Infinity War, and I guess it's not completely, it would be hard to juggle with as large of a cast as that movie had. Natasha didn't get a lot to do. Like in basically every other movie she's been in, Black Widow has been an indispensable part. Like, she's made herself incredibly useful to the plot and to various things that have been going on, because she is a consummate professional. And she is very good at the various things she does. But in Infinity War, she basically could have been entirely gone from the movie, and nothing would have actually changed. Like the blonde lady with the bludgeons, with the eskrima sticks, could have easily been Bobby Morse from Agents of Shield. And that they could have picked her up along the way, and just been like, well, it's too bad what happened to Natasha, but we got a new member of our group over the past couple of years. But anyway, so hopefully this teaser trailer isn't misleading, and it's an actual expanding of the role of Black Widow, which we haven't had in a while. Anyway, I think that might be it for the that might be it for what I wanted to talk about in the trailer. So this has been my reaction to Avengers Endgame, and I'm sure this is a really long video, at least a half hour, but you know, we've come to expect this from me. But anyway, so uh, like, comment, subscribe to my channel, please. Follow me on Twitter at HR Streaming. I'm at over 100 followers on that, and I'm rather delighted. And I also have a recently begun series of a Let's Play of Lego DC Supervillains, which is a fun game so far. I'm rather delighted by that, especially by the voice cast that they have for it. Anyway, yeah, this is a positive. But yeah, this is a positive review of this teaser, and I will certainly be back for more reactions to more trailers and stuff like that, especially MCU related, and you know, whatever else people have to throw at me. So, all right, guys, take care of yourselves. See ya.